Alright, so in this video, I want to address the cross. It can be pretty confusing for somebody starting out in the truth or just been in the truth, and maybe they're pretending to know what this is about and they really don't know. But just for the sake of addressing this topic, I want to get into it so we can see what the precepts reveal. I'm going to start at Matthew chapter 10, starting at verse 37. It says, "He that loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me." Punchline. "And he that takes not his cross and follows after me is not worthy of me." This video is going to be circled around this topic because it can appear that we're being told to take up some sort of pagan instrument, a cross, in order to be followers of Christ. And yes, I did say pagan instrument because there are symbols of idolatry. Deuteronomy 28 verse 36, "The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which you shall set over you, unto a nation neither you nor your fathers have known, and there you shall serve other gods." These are idols, wood and stone, because they used to, and still do, make and build instruments to worship, other gods. So again, I'm doing this video to show, or really to reveal, that we're not being told to pick up a pagan instrument in order to be followers of Christ. Now let's get another witness for understanding. Matthew 16 and 24. "Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." That's what we're addressing, the taking up the cross in order to deny yourself and to follow. Okay, I have this color coordinated for the slow because there's a lot of people that will pretend that I'm making up doctrines or all this emotional jargon simply because I use precepts. Okay, that's what I believe in because that's how it's revealed to get the proper understanding of things. Okay, but let's continue. Now, the revelation of these three elements is actually found in 1 Kings chapter 19, starting at verse 17. Now, this is not intended to be for people with short attention spans, okay? You got to read, comprehend in order to get understanding. It says, "And it shall come to pass that him that escapes the sword of Kazael shall Yahu slay, and him that escapes from the sword of Yahu shall Elijah slay." So the context so far is slaying, okay? Verse 18, and this is familiar to a lot of people. It says, Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knee which have not bowed to Baal, and every mouth which has not kissed him." These are the people who are following after the word, which we've already showed in Deuteronomy not to worship these idols. Verse 19, "So he departed thence and found Elisha the son of Shaphat, who was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen before him, and he with the 12. Okay, this is very important because this shows his actions of what he was doing. "And Elijah passed by him and cast his mantle upon him." More punchline here. "And he left the oxen." Remember, this is color coordinated for the slow. "And ran after Elijah and said, Let me, I pray you, kiss my father and my mother, and then I will follow you." That's blatant right there. I'm not making anything up. These are just the precepts that we are required to use, okay? We see right here. Now, the key thing here in verse 20 also, it says, And he left the oxen, which is him denying himself. He stopped what he's doing and ran after Elijah. Well, why is Elijah shown to be red here as taking up the cross? We've already covered that in verse 17. That's what was going on in the first place. Slain, killing with the sword. This is why Elijah is red, because that's what he was doing. So he stopped what he was doing with the oxen. So let me say goodbye to my folks. Then I will follow you. This is the foundation to the New Testament concept of the cross. See, the cross is being showed, it's being revealed. I'm not saying anything. It's being revealed to be the sword. It was not intended to be the pagan cross that we know and love today. It's talking about a weapon for warfare. This is talking about spiritual warfare. And I'm going to touch on that also. Because again, as verse 18 revealed, these are men that have not bowed unto Baal and kissed him. It's giving us everything as far as what this warfare is talking about. Okay, it would be a contradiction to pick up a pagan cross and then to fight against pagan customs. It's a straight up and direct contradiction. Now, for those hard-headed, emotional naysayers, again, this is another precept, whether you like it or not. Ephesians 6:17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the sword of God. This is not my precept. All I'm doing is reading it. These are not my words. I didn't write this book, okay? So this cross that First Kings revealed to be the sword in Ephesians is also kind of piggybacking on and showing this sword to be the word of God, okay? Now, what is this word of God? We go to Hebrews 4:12. For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. See that relationship again. It's not me doing anything but reading, okay? Piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. This is not, again, my precept. These just are precepts. So if you warn against what's being, I'm gonna say read, not said, that's your problem. Again, this is not saying pick up a pagan instrument and then now it would it would do nothing. Okay, I bought a cross. Now I'm following Christ. That's the dumbest thing. No, it's the commandments. That's the word. That's the Spirit of God. It's not some damn physical object. It's the commandments that we're supposed to be enacting in order to be followers of Christ. It's not rocket science. The cross is a sword. The sword is the word of God, which are the commandments. That's all, and that's it for now. Until next time, as it is written, and I'm out.